Hey guys, it's Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. And of course in today's tutorial guys, I'm going to show you to fix the issue where your MacBook battery is drained and is not charging. Alright, so if your MacBook is drained and it's not charging, these are some of the tips to actually get it working again. Now, no matter what you do, sometimes to the best of your ability, your MacBook does hit 0 and of course the device shuts down. If you have left it for a long time as well, this may happen. So the first thing I want to do guys is in order to fix this where it's drained and it's not charging, usually you have two ports. Applies to the MacBook here, MacBook Neo, MacBook Pro. It doesn't really matter, any MacBook it will apply. All right, so go ahead and get your charger or your original charger cable. Now let me make sure I explain this part carefully. Make sure it's the original charger. For some Macs you'll have this bulky charger. For others it will be a charger such as this. Right, the Neos come with chargers looking much like the iPad ones. Make sure that it's the original charger. You're gonna check for the Apple logo. It's usually down here, and of course you can see the Apple logo and the information pertaining to that it's an original charger. Make sure you're using the original charger. If you're using a third-party charger, that can cause issues. I recommend nothing less than the original charger, so go ahead and plug that in. Alright, so now that you plugged in the charger, the first thing you want to do guys is you have two ports. Now it doesn't matter which port you plug in. For example, I find that on my devices when they're dead, if I plug it into the second port here, it doesn't charge. However, if I plug it into the main port, it does charge. So go ahead and plug it into the first port or the main port. You'll notice it goes and makes that sound. Of course, go ahead and use the main port. It tends not to charge unless you use the main port. So if you're using this one, switch over to this one, or vice versa. In some cases you may have to switch them around to actually get it to jump charge, but in all cases I've found, or most cases I've found, that using the one closest to the edge here, which is the primary port, will actually start charging over using this one here. So make sure you plug that in and you're gonna give it a few minutes. I would recommend probably 5 to 10 minutes for good measure. And of course, let's say you gave it the minimum 5. Go ahead and open up your device. And of course, it should start powering up in terms of you should get a display. Now, of course, in some cases, give me a second. In some cases, you'll do all of that and it will not come up for the first time. And of course, once you do that, what you're going to realize is that something is up. So what I suggest is you're going to search, listen for that initial startup sound indicating charging. And of course, if you do not get anything on the display, you're going to go ahead and you're going to find your power button. It should be up here in the corner. And of course, once you find that power button, you're going to go ahead and what you want to do from here is go ahead and press the button. I recommend that you press for 2 seconds. So press and hold for 2 seconds, then let go. If that doesn't work, go ahead and press your space bar as well and see if you get anything at all. Now, once you press the space bar and that button for about 2 seconds and you get nothing, what I recommend next is to hold down that button for about roughly, especially if the screen is black or blank, I'm just demonstrating here. Hold down that power button for about 5 seconds. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and let go. Now, if you get nothing, what I recommend next is go ahead and press and hold down this button for about 20 seconds. So you want to count for 20. That's 1, 2, 3, and you wait until you get all the way to 20, then let go. Then you're going to press for about 5 seconds or so again after that 20. And then, of course, you might see that the screen is like this here. And, of course, by pressing it for that 20 seconds and about 5 seconds, it should then come up similar to just now. And you should start to see the charge icon there on the screen. Another thing to look out for if you are using the charger, sometimes this goes bad, which is this cable. So go ahead and switch to a new cable. Make sure it's an OEM cable. So switch to whole cables for new cables. And of course, sometimes this is gone bad, so you'll have to actually switch the brick out. Once you do all of that, you should be able to get your device back up. Most times it's simple, a matter of the charge is too low on the battery and you need to get the charge up, or sometimes it's a bad charger that you need to replace. But of course, in most cases, it should fix the issue. All right. In very few cases, it might be hardware issues where the device needs repairing. And if all of those fails, you may have to take it in for repair. Hope that was useful, guys. And as always, your feedback or direct questions will be appreciated. See you in the next one. Bye.